This we still refer to as the American fridge. It's in the American fridges aisle, but the top part is only a fridge. The bottom is freezer. So in US, they actually refer to this as the French door fridge.
What? What? No chance. Is that true, my friends? Today I'll be reacting to why Europeans call these things American. My friends, that's a great question. But before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. Is the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, well, in that case, yeah, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description. I love this type of videos, and by the way, I'm seeing an American fridge on the screen. André, that's not an American fridge, that's a fridge. No, you are wrong. Why? Well, if there is two doors side by side, not side, it's also big, but side by side, it's an American fridge in European standards, and I believe that guy will explain that.
American fridge, American bread, American bug attacking our country.
What?
Why do we call these things American when for American they
Yeah.
don't need that adjective? Well,
Okay, to be fair, I think I don't want to post too much, but I think that's obvious. Since we see that type of stuff in American movies, TV shows, cartoons, of course we kind of put that name because we see it more in America. The fridges, right? The fridges that we have here, actually, I thought we saw one. So this is the typical fridge. That's the fridge I have at my home, by the way. Not that one in specific, okay. But yeah, it's just basically vertical with one door at the top, one door at the bottom. But the American fridge is different, right? I think that's the main... when it comes to fridge, I think fridges, that's the main thing. Let's run it back.
American fridge, American bread, American bug attacking our country. Why do we call these things American when for American they don't need that adjective? Well, let us explain. Hi there, I'm an honest guide here in Czech Republic in Europe, and this is my favorite series we have on our channel, which is Cultural Differences. And
I love
why
it.
do we sometimes use the adjective American to things that are not necessarily American? Let me give you a first example, and that would be a fridge. This fridge right here, even though it was made in Korea,
What?
is actually American. Or if I want to go buy it, if I go online, I will go into the section or into the aisle that says American fridge.
Wait.
Now, you in US would refer to
My
it
friend.
as the side by
Sorry.
side.
Should I also Google that on a popular store here in Portugal? And now I wonder if also says American fridge. Because I'm not sure, sometimes could say two-door fridge or something. Give me a second. Okay, in Portuguese is frigorífico. Okay, a Portuguese lesson today, my friends. Fridge means frigorífico. Actually, it's kind of similar, right? American is americano. Frigorífico americano. Okay, this website is very famous. And yeah, let me put that on the screen. Yeah. You guys want to see some magic? Let me translate this web page to English. Where is that option actually? Okay. And American refrigerators. Okay. Yeah, but basically, if you try to buy one of those, they are quite expensive, by the way. You have to search here for an American fridge. I thought this was actually quite fantastic. Let's continue with the video now.
We call it American, mainly because it's big and because it has the side-by-side door.
Exactly.
So this we refer to as the American fridge, because one half of it is fridge, the other half is a freezer. But here is a funny part.
I would love to have one in my kitchen, but I don't have the space for that. What? Yeah, it's real.
This we still refer to as the American fridge. It's in the American fridges aisle, but the top part is only a fridge. The bottom is freezer. So in US, they actually refer to this as the French door fridge.
What? 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 No chance. Is that true, my friends?
French doors are now the most
Oh my god, did I understood that correct? So, okay, sorry. Actually, let's run this one. This is fascinating to me.
It's in the American fridges aisle, but the top part is only a fridge. The bottom is freezer. So in US, they actually refer to this as the French door fridge.
No chance.
French doors are now the most popular style of refrigerator, so that demand also brings up the price a little bit.
Samsung, Korean.
Okay, but things being made in other country does that let's be real, China makes a lot of stuff nowadays, and it is what it is. But the French name is a bit weird to me.
Samsung, Korean. So much for America, huh? Now let's stay with these box-shaped objects that we refer to as American, but let's move from the fridge to a coffin. Yes, if somebody dies here and you want to get them a coffin, you can go to the funeral home and say, I want an American coffin. Now the difference...
No. Okay, now we are talking crazy stuff. Here there is that expression is, at least I'm not aware. Jesus Christ, what the hell?
Is that the regular coffin would be cheap and made out of cheap plywood, but the American is like solid, big, and has that opening where you can look at the dead person. Now in
Okay, I'm actually going to Google that. Oh my god, give me a second. Is that a thing here? It's not a thing, my friends. I just Googled. Nah, this is in his country, I feel like.
In the US, you'd refer to that as a casket. I actually didn't know the difference between a coffin and a casket. I thought they're synonyms, but the difference is that this is what a coffin looks like, and this is what a casket looks like.
What?
But we, to your casket, would refer as the American coffin. Now, the only reason I can think of to get an American casket here is if you want to have a funeral with the open casket, which I've actually never attended, never heard of, or never been to in our country. So I guess that's mainly an American thing. That's why, therefore, you would go to get an American coffin.
Okay.
Since we're already in the horizontal position, let's move from a coffin to a bed. More specifically, the American bed. You want to wake up like an...
Okay, this is actually a thing. Oh, I forgot about this one. Yeah, the American bed. This is a thing.
American movie? Now, I'm actually quoting IKEA, the Swedish seller of furniture, and they sell American beds here.
Yeah.
And they sell regular beds as well, but what is an American bed? Well, it's a bed with the box spring base. Now, I didn't really know what the differences are, but there's a platform bed and a box spring bed. So the box spring bed, we refer to as the American bed. In general, we're usually talking about something that's larger and quite a bit higher. Now, this is a regular potato, and this is American potatoes.
No.
What the hell is that? Well, it's actually a spice to use for potatoes to make them American. But before...
Okay, my friends, I'm learning with you. Okay, the American bed, true. American fridge is the most popular one, to be fair. But the other stuff, I am not sure, actually.
Before these turn into American potatoes, you also have to slice them and put them in the oven because we're making potato wedges. That's what you would call them in US.
Ooh, they look
but
sexy.
we refer to them as American potatoes. And you can even go to the store and get the spices for it that are called American.
Okay, I'm going to check this the next time I go to the store, but I never saw it. To be fair, I don't go to this section a lot, but yeah.
One of the biggest cultural differences in a supermarket we noticed is that our aisle with cereal is tiny little. This is the only selection we have of cereal. I mean, on the other hand, we have automated robots that just kind of wander around.
What?
This wasn't planned. Anyhow, the aisle is actually much bigger as the sign says, but all of this is just healthy stuff. Like we don't
Yeah, this is basically what we have here. Exactly the same.
have Fruit Loops or...
Yeah, this one, forget about it. There is no chance you can find so many options. It's impossible.
Lucky Charms and stuff like that. Like healthy cereal?
Yeah, give me a break.
Since we've already been to the supermarket to get the American potatoes, we also grabbed the American bread. Now, what is that?
It's
It's
white
a
bread.
regular sandwich bread that we usually refer to as the toast bread, but it has American flag all over it because it is much wider and larger in size than our toast bread. I mean, you can clearly.
And to be fair, I feel like, let's be real, those companies, they know that a lot of Europeans have, there is some type of, and I think you guys feel the same probably for a lot of European stuff or even Asian stuff. When you see things that are different than what we have, they're exotic. You know what I mean? It's kind of different. It's let me try it, and I think. Those companies they put a lot of marketing behind those type of ideas, and they sell things that this is normal, but American flag on the top.
See the difference, right? This one is also like
Oh, this is not even white bread. Never mind. I thought was, but okay.
fluffier. I prefer this one. This is the regular Czech one, but not regular.
But I saw that bread
Czech
already
European
in
bread.
the store.
Our normal bread is much better and nicer. So this is the American bread. We even have the flag on it and stuff. This is actually a Czech company that makes it. This specific one is made in Germany, and the company is owned by a Slovak guy who used to be our prime minister. Now, he didn't invent the packaging and the fact that it's an American bread. He actually copied it from an Austrian company, Oetz, that is a family Austrian company that first brought this to our market. Also, they sort of marketed it as an American sandwich bread. So this guy saw it and he copied it. And you Americans are now just like, what?
Okay. That's crazy.
I thought you guys eat baguette. No, that's the French people with the fridge.
Okay. The thing with this bread, not this brand, but there is American bread in some supermarkets here, and the idea is exactly the same thing.
Now the next one is quite interesting, and it is the American Night. Now it is the name of a film,
Wait,
a movie,
what?
a French film actually, but it is a term used when you turn day into night. And it was specifically used during photography or filming. First time it was used was in the film Wizard of Oz. And the reason they used these techniques back in the days is because they didn't have good cameras to film during evenings or low lights. So they had to film during the day, later turning it into night. Right now,
Okay, that's actually interesting, but I did not know about this.
now you're looking at me with two lights and some daylight, and Hamza can put a filter in the final cut that will turn this day into night.
okay.
Even if you go on Wikipedia,
Okay,
there's an
okay.
article about it. In English, it's called day to night. In the other languages, it is called American night. Now, I actually thought that the term American night is used because it is fake, because it's pretending to be something that it's not. But that's not the case of American Night. It is the case of the American smile. And I honestly don't know if you would say that as an American, that somebody has an American smile. Probably not. But we say that
All Americans have an American smile. Okay, I'm not getting a lot of this stuff.
a lot. And it can mean two things. Either your smile is perfect, you have the perfect teeth, perfect
Americans have
smile
great teeth,
that
that's for
almost
sure.
hurts. It's like cringing. And the other term that I would use it for is that your smile is fake. That I just don't believe you're actually smiling, nor you care how I'm doing. If you still
Okay, this one, my friends, is new to me. Okay, actually, let's do a quick recap of this. Because American fridge, very, very famous. American coffin, let's not even talk about that. First time. American bed, yeah. I would say this is a thing. American potatoes, for me, American potatoes are McDonald's potatoes. American bread, it's also a thing. A bit more niche, I would say, but also a thing. American night, American smile. Yeah, the guy lost me.
don't understand
Great video, actually, because this could be a thing in other countries, But I'm saying in my country, Portugal, is not a thing.
what the American
Listen, I
smile
know.
is, let me show you a Czech film that is sort of a parody on the police academy where a famous Czech actor explains it.
Americký úsměv. No, keep smiling. Zubi, zubi. Americký
Whoa, man, you bought America? That's awesome. Now, what did my friend buy? I know, in our language, if he would call me and he'd say, man, I just bought America, he would be referring to a car. Either an old classic American car like an Oldsmobile or Pontiac or something like that, or simply a big, large car. There's one more thing that you can refer to as America and not use it as an adjective, but as a noun actually. But for that, we would have to go back in time to the communist era when we were behind the Iron Curtain and probably go to see my dad at a university where he would say like, oh man, he has Americas. Can I have one? And obviously they were referring to cigarettes that were very special if somebody got their hands on American brand cigarettes. It was something special and they would not refer to them as whatever the brand was, but as Americas.
You know what? Props to this gentleman, because I'm learning a lot. This is really fascinating. I had no idea about that. I would say another thing that we may put the word American is American muscle cars. You know, saying muscle cars is not the thing, basically. It's always American muscle cars. But to be fair, I think that makes sense. You guys kind of created that, right?
American. Now, since we're already back in time, let's go take a look at another American thing. And I believe we have some historical footage.
These clouds are not bringing joy and happiness because they are from the west. With the help of the wind and the clouds, the American imperialists send the Colorado potato beetle onto our country. The father and the son noticed something little on the ground. They leaned down to pick up something from the road.
That's it, the American bug.
Nejnovější zločinný prostředek amerického barbarství.
American bug. Now, since I did not live during communism and during these horrible propaganda times when people were brainwashed that West is sending this evil creature to destroy our potatoes, I never associated the adjective American with this poor little beetle. But when I asked my parents...
Wait, is this true? So, to be fair, I think he's from Czech Republic, so, probably a lot of this stuff relates quite more with the Soviet Union, influence in the past and stuff like that. But this is really, really fascinating.
Or even older people, what do they associate American with? They said, oh yeah, during the propaganda times, they would always refer about the beetle as American. That's where the term American bug.
Okay, propaganda, okay.
Now, last but not least, and we have to talk about this topic, is the American football.
Okay, this is a thing, yeah. This is a thing.
Now, what you call football is not football because you're not using your foot nor a ball.
Oh my god, here we go into that crazy debate. I'm so tired of that. I call my football soccer at this point just to not go into this debate.
To play it, you're actually using an egg-shaped object and you're playing with your hands. Therefore, it
there is a point here. Can we all agree with that?
Should be called hand-egg or egg-hand. You decide, but not football. That's why we refer to your funny game as American.
Well, but they also kick the egg, so.
American football, and our football is what it is. Now, the adjective American usually means good or better or something special. There's even a famous Czech movie where the actor is asking another actor, if I put two identical matchboxes in front of you and I would say that one is from America, the United States, which one would you pick? And he says, well, of course, the American, it has to be better.
Jak není něco z USA, tak se to pánům nelíbí.
And I'm curious to ask you Americans, and I know many of you are watching, do you have the same thing with Europe? If something is from Europe, do you consider it to be better quality, better taste, better something? Are there things that you refer to as European that we wouldn't understand why? I actually discussed this with my American cousin and she said that there's butter that they refer to as European or yogurts or bread. So I'm curious if there's more.
I know you guys have something like Swiss roll, right? Swiss roll, a candy. But I bet that there is things that are similar in America to what we call American that you guys associate with Europe. If I had to guess, of course.
things that we would be surprised that you refer to as European. I'm very much looking to the reactions in your comments to today's video. While you're down there, you can subscribe to our channel. We will bring you another cultural difference.
I like this video a lot.
We may talk about things that are hard to get in this country or things that are hard to get in some other country. So let us know if
Oh, I love
see
Kinder.
that. Until then, next Sunday, bye-bye. In the end, I usually teach a Czech word. This time I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna show you a cultural difference that may shock you when you come to Europe. And that is that you can't just grab a shopping cart. They're locked. Well,
Yeah,
how do
you
you
need a
get it
coin.
out? Well, you need a coin. What if you don't have a coin? Well, then you need a European type key. And if you happen to have that rather than a
Yeah.
coin, you can just put it in, pull it right out, and the shopping cart is yours. It's a neat trick that I was teaching here on this spot in a show I was doing prior to The Honest Guide, which was called You're Poor, How to Get a Shopping Cart for Free. And we filmed that with Honza. So this is the trick. And in Czech, this is nákupní vozík, but we would always say vozejk.
So thank you so much for watching this with me, my friends. I thought this was fantastic. Again, let's do another quick recap. American fridge, all about it. American coffee, no chance. American bed, yes. American potatoes, no. American bread, yes. American night, first time, but actually I thought the explanation was cool. American smile, I don't think this is a thing, to be fair. American cars or America, yeah, this is a bit more complex, I would say. American bug, that was also very interesting. American football, yeah, this is a thing for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this with me, my friends. I thought this was really, really interesting. If you end up enjoying the video, feel free to leave me a like. See you guys in the next one.